Darkside made this?
This the rant of the real. Everybody telling lies, the truth first, so it's fuck how they do feel. Or you for real? Man, put that on your mama, you a gangster and you got more shit for real. This the rant of the real. Everybody telling lies, the truth first, so it's fuck how they do feel. Or you for real? Man, put that on your mama, you a gangster and you got more shit for real.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Rant to the Real, the power real niggas get on here and rant. This is the #1 podcast in the top 50. No need to look that up. Google is wrong. They're stealing your data. Please don't trust them niggas. I am your host, Uncle Trav, the hardest working podcaster in the world. Now let's just start our days off of eggs, bacon vibes. I'm the fucking vibes. Word's been winning this week. We can't let them get the best of us. Yeah, I didn't get an episode last week. Took a small intermission, a little break. You know, breaks are necessary every so often. And it really wasn't my intention to take a break. I had every intention on sitting down and recording. I sat down, I loaded up my computer, I hit record, because it was crazy. I left work early. I left work like 20 minutes early so I could record, because it wasn't going to be out on time, but it was going to be out the day of. I was like, you know what? I'll put something out on Tuesday. It's not going to be on time, but it's going to be out on Tuesday. I left 20 minutes early. Got home. I think I got home in like 12 minutes. Hit record. For 2 hours, I tried to record, and it just wouldn't work. Nothing would work. The audio wasn't right. The camera was like, every time I hit record, it'd be like 6 minutes in, some shit would fail. All right, I fix it. That took longer. Hit record, it would fail. It just wasn't working. So it was around like 9 a.m., pushing 9, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I tried. Today isn't the day that we're going to put something out. So, it didn't work out. So I was like, you know what? It's a break week. So, they gave y'all more time to watch the last episode that we did, the Psycho Community. I believe that's what I called it. So, it gave y'all more time to watch that. Catch up on some of the old stuff that y'all missed. For all those that are not watching, and you should be watching, pause the audio, switch over to YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, then tell a friend so they can like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get that YouTube algorithm greased and going. Let's get the people at YouTube University ready to get the wheels spinning so we can push this out with little to no promotion. That's the goal, is to not use any promotion this year, and people just find it, you know, it's there. That's the goal this year, no promotion. We're going to full send it that way. It's not going to be easy, trust me, but we're going to get there. I decided to not use my laptop today. I'm using something else. We'll see how it works. We'll see how far we get, how far we get. I got a lot of hope in this setup we got going on. I got a lot of hope. I have a backup plan to a backup plan to a backup plan. We got 3 generators hooked up and spinning right now. We got 3 of them. So, last week, when Call of Duty came out, I played it. I enjoyed every single minute of it, right? Now, mind you, I only got maybe 2 days worth of playtime, because it came out, I had 1 day. When it came out, I didn't realize that it was out. I still was waiting until November when I thought it was supposed to be. So when it came out, I had played it Saturday, I go to work on Sunday, so I ain't really have time to really fuck with it like that. It came out Friday, right? By the time I start playing Saturday, basically Sunday at like midnight, there were people who were already prestige. It takes a level 55 to get the prestige. People did that shit in less than 72 hours. That's a problem. That is people who have zero things to do tomorrow. Only thing they got to do is sit and play the game. And I know that people in the house were like, oh, you played the game. Because I earned my time to play the game, right? Like, I worked 70 hours a week. My 2 to 3 days off. Yeah, I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want with it. Because I earned it. The rest of these fucking sweats, did they earn it? If this is your day job, like, damn, bro, go touch grass. Go kiss a girl. Like, go outside. Let the sun touch your skin. I know a certain white people that they do for me, the sun is their worst enemy, but fuck, yo. Go do something productive. I know the lawn needs to be taken care of. Do anything outside of this room. It probably smells horrible. And it's like, I like the game just like the next person. Don't get me wrong, but really? It only took 48 hours for you to get 55 levels? You basically get a level an hour. If that puts things into perspective, them niggas was just going. They found a way to get more hours. And it's bad because it's the streamers and it's the content creators that make the game horrible. Because obviously this their bread and butter. This is what they do for a living. So they make all these stupid corny noises and they tell all these stupid ass jokes and they do all this dumb shit for attention. And it just kills the vibe. Like, nobody wants to listen to or hear this shit. I've been in some streamer lobbies where they just be chatting and like the shit is so ass. Like, you don't even want to play or do the fucking thing no more. Because that's how horrible it is. It's them niggas that make niggas don't want to even do the shit. We gotta find out, like, when did this become a full-time job? What happened to the 9 to 5 mundanes? The grunts. We need the grunts. That's the backbone of America. If no one wants to be a grunt, you're not letting the immigrants in. Who gonna do the hard work? We're gonna robotic them shits. Speaking of robots, have y'all seen Mr. Robo Man and what the fuck he is doing in the world today? This nigga Elon is insane. I know that, you know, the world wants to go to a total AI, robot-driven society. But it'll never work. There's a lot of issues and things that people, I don't think, fully understand how stuff works. So I'm going to tell you how it works. First off, it takes a lot of energy to run something, anything, doesn't matter what it is, right? The bigger it is, the more power it takes. Prime example, the human body. The bigger it is, the more energy it takes, right? Energy is food. The bigger you are, the more food you eat, the more food you need to move, to do the basic things, to go up and down the stairs. I don't know if you've ever seen My 700-Pound Life, whatever the fuck it's called, right? Some people are huge, right? You ever see that they go from upstairs to downstairs and they're eating a full meal, and then they go outside, check the mail, come back in, they eat another meal? That takes fucking energy, right? Like, you can't, law of fair exchange, you gotta give to get. Well, to run a robot or a machine or a car, you need energy. And it takes a lot of it. Where are we going to plug this shit into? Since everything wants to be green, cool. We don't want to use fossil fuels. We don't want to use gas. We're not trying to come up with outside the the box ideas like water powered and shit, because God forbid we do something different than what we know. So we don't use electricity. I don't know if you ever had an RG&E bill or whatever your state's equivalent is. Those are expensive. Plug your space heater in for 24 hours. Your bill will be through the fucking roof. Plug something in that generates a lot of power, it goes through the roof. So when you build these fucking robots, what powers them? Do you want a robot walking around with a nuclear core? Sounds kind of dangerous. Do you want something that you gotta plug in every night? Maybe that's expensive. Fucking prime example. Electric scooters, electric skateboards. You can get at best, and that's putting in all the work. Pedaling, scooting, kicking. You putting in energy, at best you can get maybe 5 hours worth of fun out of those toys. And then they die. And then these are huge, giant batteries. They're heavy. These batteries are like 10 to 25 pounds, just the batteries, right? So you get maybe 5 hours out of it, and it has to charge for 7+ hours. So you see the problem with the robot? So it's like you have this robot that's obviously going to be connected to the internet because it needs some type of connection. You're going to connect it to the internet. It's going to move. It's going to do multi-function tasks. It's probably going to have, advanced movement. That takes energy. That takes time. What's the point of having a robot that's only good for 4 hours if I got to charge it for 15 to 20? What is its purpose? It serves no purpose. At this point, I might as well just do it my fucking self. Or is it something that's going to be connected to the wall at all time doing what it's got to do? And that seems fucking dumb and pointless too. Then, this type of shit is expensive. I don't know if you've noticed, but electric cars cost 10 times more than just a regular car. Just like electric bicycles cost 10 times more than a regular bicycle. The average human will not be able to afford one of these like robot slave things. Right. But here's the part that makes it even more weird, more expensive, and more power you need to consume. He's trying to make surrogate robots for people who can't have children but want children. These robot things carry the children. And this isn't something that he wants to do. This is something that he is currently doing. So I feel like there's a lot of questions that lead to more negatives than positives. Because, like, the positive is, I feel like there's only 2 positives. You have a healthy baby, and you can, successfully make the baby. But here are the negatives that I feel that people aren't paying attention to. How do you power the fucking thing? Like I said, is it plugged into the wall? Does it sit in the sun all fucking day? Like, what does it do for power? 2, in the womb, there's nutrients. Like the baby eats what the mother eats, gets the nutrients, gets the antibiotics, gets the protein, get all that shit, right? Certain babies come out stronger because of the immunities the mother already has. How does the robot give that to the baby? How does the baby eat? How do we turn that into something? Like, the umbilical cord is the lifeline. How do we make that happen? That part I don't understand. Because, like, in the baby, it starts off, then where does the cord come from? How does the cord form? Where does it connect to? Like, how do we make that process? Because it starts off as just, fertilizing the egg, and then what happens after that? Like, how does the nutrient system start? Does the cord form first and then connects to the egg? Like, how do we do that in a robot? You know what I mean? I feel like there's a problem there. And then stage 3, like, where's the interactiveness that comes from it? Like, there's the movement, there's the round, there's the sounds, there's, like the touching, there's the connection. There's no connection. Like, will the baby come out detached from society because it never really had a bond to begin with? It didn't have... Will it know? Then these robot genetic basement babies, will they live long? Do they have a life expectancy of 30? Is it worth it? Are we just gonna create mutants? Are they gonna be mentally stable? What if, like, yeah, we have the first successful baby and then, like, it's just a murderer? Does it have a soul? Is it normal? Like, there's so many downsides to this shit. Like, maybe we should probably just leave it alone. If you can't have one, then maybe you're not supposed to have one. I don't know. Or not just do things the normal way. Get you a surrogate and then just... There needs to be the connection, the human to human. We can't cut it out via robot. This can go bad. And then, like I said, this shit has to be online because somehow we gotta monitor this shit. You do know there's people that just sit at a computer all day overseas that look for things to break into and steal. There's data to steal. There's punk high school and college kids that just know how to work computers and just hack shit. What if they hack this robot and change the pumps, make it do shit more, or I'll do less? I don't know. Like, if they kill the baby and the robot, is it murder? Is it not? Like, there's a lot that can go wrong versus that could go right. And we got to tighten these areas up. What happens if the baby doesn't make it through? Do you got to pay for another one, or is it comped? Or do you just get a we're sorry? Do you get a bill? How expensive is this shit? I already told you the power of the fucking thing is going to cost a whole lot of money, right? So now we got to think about fluids. We got to pay the scientists. We need 24-hour people watching this damn baby because, I mean, the 24-hour care comes from the mother who knows when something's wrong. Well, if it's sitting in a robot, somebody's got to watch it. So, I mean, now you got to pay staff. I feel like this is a super expensive process. Or do they build it and you take it home and you have to watch it? Is that something you want to see happening in the corner? There's so many wrong. It's just not right. I don't think this is a good idea. I think this will go horribly wrong. And when these children grow up and end up being fucking Looney Tunes and insane, then what? Are we going to be mean to these children? Kids are brutal and ruthless. I don't know if you've noticed, but they don't have that filter that, you know, that most adults, that eventually through life you get that tells you can't say or do certain things. So children are just going to say whatever the fuck pops into the first thought in their head sometimes. And what if they find out you're a robo kid? They're going to pick on you ruthlessly. I don't know if you've paid attention to any TV show ever, cartoon or not. When someone's different, they get alienated like a motherfucker. So imagine being like a hybrid or a test tube baby. This will not end well. We should probably leave this alone. I'm trying to tell y'all, this will go bad so fast. But you know what? Some people need to learn the hard way that we should not be progressive as we think we are. We should not be this progressive. We should roll it back just a little bit, be a little conservative, you know, like make them earn this spot. Should not be bringing test tube babies into the world. But on the same hand, though, technology excites me. These same questions also intrigue me. It's like, I want to know. Will it work? I want to see the process. Like, I genuinely want to know. Don't get me wrong. All the things that could go wrong, I want to see and figure out how we fix it. So it's half of me that's like, no, we shouldn't do this. And then there's the other half that's like, we should fucking do this. Let's start off with like foxes or some shit. Or, you know, other mammals. Let's maybe do rats. Let's start small and then go big. You can't immediately jump off the deep end and just go head first into... Is that really considered human experiments? If you're creating a life to be a human eventually? Like, if we make these test tube babies and then can we, like, experiment on them? Is that immoral? Is that inhumane? Because it's not a normal life? You see the questions? You see the problem with this? Is there a gray area? It's like, I created this test tube Frankenstein lab rat monster. It's a hybrid of a human and fucking chipmunk. It's not a real thing. I can do what I want to it. Can the test tube babies make babies? We went too far down the rabbit hole. I genuinely want to know, though. Like, what the fuck are we doing, man? We need to leave shit alone that we know absolutely nothing about. God, I hate this fucking planet. So, in recent news, Lil Durk got arrested. For all y'all don't know, he's a rapper, he's an artist, he does his thing. They're trying to make him the big fish. Problem with being the big fish is the big fish come with big jail time. He looking at life or the death penalty. Both of those are horrible options. And I thought for a minute, the very first time I went set to record this, I thought, I was trying to be devil's advocate for the whole thing. I mean, I knew it. I knew the whole story, but like I was trying to be devil's advocate, but it's hard to be devil's advocate with this one specific part. So I don't condone snitching, but I understand why you do it. Yeah, I mean, like, if you and your friend was doing some shit, or let's say you just hopped in your man's car, police pull y'all over, they find a gun, you not even like that, and you, that ain't mine, and you snitch, I can understand it. Yeah, I mean, you with your homegirls, and you feel me, next you know, they rob a bank, and then you kink out the car, and you ain't know they was gonna stick up the 7-Eleven or some shit. I get it. If you're not a gangster at all, you never proclaimed to be a member, but you got family members that whatever, they dibble and dab, you ain't know they was like that, or you did know they was like that, but you're not really fucking with, you not in the shit they into, you just spending bond and hanging out with them. And then y'all get pulled over for 10 grams of coke, and you snitch. I can understand it ain't your lifestyle. If you snitch because you got thrown into a lifestyle that's not yours, and you like, nah, this ain't me, I'm a regular taxpayer, mundane person, you gotta respect it. You know what I mean? Like, street code applies to street people. If you never proclaim to be a street person, that you don't gotta uphold them laws. Like, that's not for you to uphold, and you shouldn't put that on people that don't want nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? I get that. And then, I don't understand when street people do it, but like I said, I understand it. Maybe you feel me, that wasn't your mission to take an L on. You know what I mean? When it's your mission and it's your L to take, then yeah, you gotta take that L. Maybe you just a driver. Maybe they came to you first, because they know you got priors and you'll probably fry. And you like, my mans won't die. He'll do, 4 years. I could eat my 12 instead of, 25. So you thought, it was him. I could see it. I don't condone it. I don't justify it, but I can see it. But this is a little different. This nigga Jam, he was already in jail. He did 12 years. And I'm assuming while he's sitting in his cell, staring down the rest of his time clock, the feds came and said, yo, you want to get out today? That nigga said, hell yeah. And they said, cool. You got to tell, be an informant on your mans. So he said, cool. And then they gave him a wire. A fucking wire. That's crazy, yo. Like, a wire? A portable radio? I can't condone that, bro. You already in trouble. You already in jail for doing whatever the fuck you did. And then they like, yo, you want to get out? Where this wire? Snitch on your mans. That's crazy to me. And then you snitched on your mans that was taking care of you. You was doing them years, niggas put money on your books. You ain't had to call and ask for money. Niggas was already feeding you. Niggas took care of your kids. When you came home, niggas bought you a house. Niggas gave you 50K. Niggas gave you cars, a debit card, all kinds of shit. And you come home on a wire. Was it like this little thing you had to charge? Was it a little earpiece? Was it a little clip-in mic, Bluetooth mic, and they were sitting outside in the pizza delivery truck listening in? Did you actually have this shit taped to your chest? Like, yo, that's crazy to me, dog. For 2 years, you was an informant that, yo, you just telling them everything. All because you was a little tenderloin? This nigga, Jam got in trouble with some other nigga. They was from the same block. So they both went to jail. Dirk was showing love to both of them. Jam ain't like that Dirk was showing love to the other nigga as well. And he was also taking care of him. So he ain't like that. He also didn't like the fact that his baby mom got killed and nobody slayed for her. First off, you don't slide for civilians. You slide for members. If she was a member, then I can understand why he was upset. But if she wasn't a member, you don't slide for members. You don't slide for civilians. You know what I mean? Shit happens. Casualties of war. So, she died. But then you come home to a wire because they didn't slide for your baby mom and he still fuck with your Cody? Like, that shit is crazy. Now, if your Cody snitched on you and they still fucking with him and they know that, maybe I could be upset. I don't know that part yet. But niggas was just angry to be angry. It's hating to be hating. Niggas see you doing good, they don't like that shit. They tried to tell you in New Jack City when son was eating that banana. That right there will forever be the number one. Quote should be in your head. Or damn, it'll come to me. When Sonny got killed by his own uncle, his own man's, Rico. And they tried to do my boy Ace Boogie down bad. Fuck, can't think of that movie right now. It'll come to me though. I know what I'm talking about though. It should be stuck in your head. Your own mans don't want to see you doing good. So you take care of these niggas, you bring them around. This is why you can't hang with the members. Nothing good comes from the members. I ain't never seen a rich, successful member. It don't work. There's a certain point in life when you look at the crossroads and you gotta be like, do I want to be a member and a taker still? Or do I want to be a businessman? You can't be out here running businesses, putting hits on niggas. Yo, this shit is crazy. Let's say he did. Max B did that shit. Matter of fact, I read the story on Max B. He didn't even order a hit. His shorty told him that there was a nigga that had money, and Max B wanted the money. So he sent his shorty and his brother-in-law, or his brother, one of the two, to go get the money. That nigga he didn't have the money, his mans had the money. So they tied them niggas up. Nigga got squirrely, he got shot and died. They still took the money. Max B got 77 years for setting the shit up. He didn't even go do it. He ain't touch none of them niggas. He ain't even see the money. We got 77 years just for telling them niggas to go do it. So what the fuck you think gonna happen when you send the members to LA to go kill somebody, bro? You're done. And then the man you took care of, oh, wire. A fucking wire. I don't know, man. It ain't looking good, bruv. It's not looking good. There's a hard way to get out of that. And you know what's crazy is I'm watching Money win lately. I don't know if y'all been paying attention to like some of these court cases. Money is winning. Like if you have enough money and you're patient enough, you can get the fuck on. Prime example, Melly killed both his friends. We know he did it. He bragged about it. Come on, he did that shit. He beat the state. The state was like, he didn't do it. So then they tried him federally. So now he just gotta wait his time out and he gonna beat the federal portion of it. Young Thug. This nigga was on a rampage. He didn't give a fuck. He was putting hits out, all kinds of shit. This nigga been in jail since like 2017, 2016, some shit like that. He said, fuck it. I admit it. I did it. He signed a plea deal. Worst plea deal ever, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. The system's already meant to fail. He gave himself a huge range to fail. He accepted a deal for 40 years or some shit like that. 20 years time served, 15 or 20 years on probation. If he fucks up, he has to do the whole 40. He has 15 years to not fuck up, or he's doing 40 years. No drinking, no smoking, no violence, none of that shit. He ain't allowed in Atlanta unless he's got to do 100 hours of community service. He's got to do his probation there and something else. So he can only come to do those 3 things and get the fuck out. He has to do weekly, go to schools and like talk to the kids and tell them like, yo, y'all can't be gang banging and out here doing organized crime and shit. Bro. How you beat RICO charges and federal cases and all this shit? How you beat this? That money though, enough money, you can make shit go away. It's crazy. It's niggas that was out here really putting hits out, laying niggas down. They was getting time. And they walk away with like, time served 4 years. Lucci was out killing niggas, putting hits out, shooting shit up. He about to come home in January. This shit is crazy. If you got money, you can be a murderer. You can walk away after like 10 years at best. You broke, you're done. It's the niggas that got nothing to do tomorrow is the most dangerous. Yo, if a nigga has literally nothing to do tomorrow, he is dangerous. Stay away from that man. You don't want nothing to do with him. Or females too. If they got nothing to do tomorrow, yo, you should not be talking to somebody that has a range of free time. Now, if someone is on vacation, or you feel me, they took a little PTO, they gonna leave an absence. Like if they not working makes sense, it's different. But if they not working just because they not working, just probably leave them alone. Niggas with too much free time is the most dangerous. I genuinely cannot stand people that use mental illness as a crutch. Like, just because you're mentally unstable doesn't mean the rest of the world needs to cater to you and should/understand why you do the things you do. And I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. If, let's say, you can't deal with whatever, XYZ, like mentally some shit's fucking with your head, right? Other people shouldn't have to cater to you to make you feel happy and comfortable. Prime example, let's tell someone I know. This ain't their house. This is just chores that we have to do in places that we are. When I'm loading the dishwasher, I understand how the top and bottom gets loaded. Utensils kind of just get thrown to the wayside. They get put in there. This motherfucker goes, the fork should be on the fork slot. The knife should be in the knife slot. And the spoon should be in the spoon slot. Brother, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, these are just everywhere. These need to make sense. They need to be symmetrical. No. He's like, I have, what the fuck did he say? OCD. It can't be this way. So why the fuck do I gotta put in extra time and work because your brain don't like it? You fucking do it then. Your mental illness I shouldn't have to crutch and carry you around. Just because your fucking brain don't work right don't mean I gotta fucking do what I need to do to make sure that you're happy. Fuck you and your happiness, nigga. I don't give a fuck. That's how I be feeling. One of the reasons why I stopped carpooling when I was going to school, and I would carpool with some people that I knew. I stopped carpooling with them niggas because the one nigga, well, two of them actually, they were dicks. And they blamed it all on that ADHD, depression, anxiety. I don't give a fuck. Bullshit. And it's like, that's not a reason for you to be a dick. That's not a reason for you to be angry. That's not a reason for you to treat people how you want to. Right? Like, your emotions are your emotions and alone to control. How you feel is how you feel. The rest of the world shouldn't have to feel that way. And we shouldn't have to walk on eggshells. And we shouldn't have to cater and make sure you're not crying. I don't really give a fuck if you had a good day, bad day, sad day. I don't really give a fuck about you, to be honest with you. I'm sorry. I'm doing all I can to make sure I stay glued. You don't see me fucking treating people like dicks. Because you have ADHD and you're depressed and you're bipolar. That doesn't give you a right to talk to people however you fucking please. And I ain't like that shit. So I stopped I stopped putting myself around them niggas because them the type of niggas that I used to beat up in school. And I know that eventually I can only be quiet for so long on certain things. So in order to stay quiet, it's best for me to remove myself from all equations where I could possibly speak up. So I had to remove myself when I started driving myself. I was like, I got a brand new car. It's reliable. I can take my damn self. I don't need to ride with y'all. I don't need to save gas that much. I really don't give a shit. So I don't like this shit. It's like your emotions are yours and yours alone to control. You should not be triggered by other people. And if you are, maybe you should look internally. You should ask yourself, why does what they say or do bother me so bad to where I want to be different than what my character is? You should ask yourself these things. You should wonder why someone else can make you come out of character. And what can you do to get back into character? You know? I don't know. These be y'all emotions, and y'all gotta self-control, and you gotta look in the mirror and want better for yourself and people around you. If you don't, then that's up to you. That's your prerogative. Like I said, I don't give a shit. You do that mentally unstable shit around me, you'll find out real fast that you don't want to do that again. Last person I tried it didn't work out well for them at all. You need to, that's the problem with the world today. They tell people it was okay, and it's not. Because then you got normal people that got to deal with it, the aftermath, clean up, make sure you're okay. Hell no, I'm not doing that shit. You come over here with that psycho crazy shit, and you're going to find out what psycho crazy looks like. I don't care if you're upset. Be upset. Hell, I will help you get upset. Let's take it there. Alright, y'all. We're going to end it on a strong note. We're going to call it a day. It's a good day. Birds is chirping. The sun's outside. Any day the crackheads is hustling is a good day. I be trying to tell people that, but they be looking at me like I'm crazy. And it's like, nah. Get your ass up and get moving. Get motivated. Get happy. You know what I mean? Praise the Lord or whoever you believe in. Thank them for waking you up. We're blessed to see another year. But alright, y'all, tune in next week. We appreciate everything and everybody. Shout out to the boys and girls at Patreon and all our supporters. We love and appreciate you. And yeah, we'll be back.